Ooh, I got a big afro puff today. That's because I combed it out, y'all. I don't ever feel like doing my hair. You know what it is. You know what it is. Let's wait for the people. Back for you, you better say goodbye. Do they fly? They fly. Up so high. Y'all wait, just wait till they come. Just wait till they come. The cosmic anthem, y'all. This is the cosmic anthem. Y'all ever heard of the cosmic anthem? This is what it is. Y'all don't understand. Y'all ready? The cosmic anthem. Hey, YouTube. Hey, family. This is the cosmic anthem. Y'all want to sing with me? Y'all want to sing with us? Because guess what? There's a war. And you're the reason why they're coming back for you. You better say goodbye. That's why Trump created the Space Task Force. Y'all know? And you get a trip to the moon. As I stand in the night, I can see all the light. Y'all better go look out and see them lights in the night. Y'all ready?
Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings, Facebook. Peace and blessings, YouTube. I'm Brother ADRINKRA. This is my queen, WUNAM. And we're here on the Spiritual Vault, and we want to get this subject started.
WUNAM, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer. And you know what? We need to start changing it up. So your cosmic high African priestess from Saturn, okay?
That's right.
All right, y'all. I know all is well. Santos Pucci, long time no see. Corey C. Thompson, Peace and Blessings Family, Facebook. Y'all are on it tonight. And we got YouTube that's on it. Thank you for tuning in to the Spiritual Vault. The Spiritual Vault.
Donald Mobley cousin.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm on the air right now, so I can't talk, Donald Mobley cousin. All right, so we're on the air, so we're gonna have to take your call after, okay? All right, family. We have an interesting topic tonight that we want to talk about, and we're also going to be taking some calls, okay?
You want to read who?
What?
All right, we got Matthew, Israel,
Donald.
Chosen One, Queen V, Michi Black, Erica McFarland, the virtuous one. Like to say blessings, peace and blessings to y'all tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Spiritual Vault. Who else we got on here?
All right, let me see. Let's go to Facebook and see who else we have on Facebook. Let's see. Hold on, y'all.
The phone don't want to cooperate.
Right, phone don't want to cooperate. I'm gonna have to fight the phone. I'm gonna have to throw the phone and fight it, y'all, tonight. In the meantime, handle that, Brother Adinkra. So let me go. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
So tonight we'll be talking about, we've been, as y'all know, we've been talking about the cosmic beings coming for about at least 2 or 3 years. They've been showing us a lot of things, mostly WUNAM. They've been speaking to her, communicating with her. And as y'all know, a lot of y'all even, I know it was about 3 or 4 years ago, you even gave a message that they gave to us for humanity from the Sphinx. And they've been giving us messages for a while. But also we even had a caller call in and give a message from the cosmic family as well. But they've been really speaking lately. And so they have a message for humanity. And a lot of people have been noticing them. So we're going to get into that tonight. We're going to talk about these cosmic beings. And, of course, we're talking about the Anunnaki, the great ones, the ones that were in Egypt, the ones that were in Samaria. We're going to be talking about the messages from them.
And we got Emma Smith on Facebook, Deidre Russell. We have Azir. We have Yamoja. We have Tafani. We have Corey. We have Sherry. We have Berkeley. And we had Ken that just came in. So, family, we want to say we got a house full. Someone, excuse me, sent a message today to my inbox and said there was a war between the Anunnaki and the Draconians. Okay? There was a war between the Anunnaki and the Draconians, but they're not saying nothing different than what we said a month ago when I told you all that there was a cosmic spiritual war going on up in the cosmos, okay? Now it seems like everybody's coming around with this talk now. Oh, galactic family, cosmic family. Didn't I just tell y'all a month ago about this? I told y'all this right here, down here, is blindsiding you from what's going on up there, right? So it's saying that they ain't saying nothing that's not new.
Yeah. Before we get started, those of you that are new, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit all, and those who enjoy the show on the regular, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, get those likes up, please.
That's right. All right, family. Okay, so tonight we're gonna talk about that because a lot of people are still, dealing with the energy of, what's going on this level right here called planet Earth. Okay, which is the COVID
19.
19. What else is going on? All kind of stuff.
Since we're talking about the cosmic, I know that I was looking at an article. I don't know if it was recent or if it was old, but I came across the article today, and it said that Trump is gonna be he's given permission to go to the moon and start getting resources from the moon,
Mars.
mining Mars and the moon.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be
Oh
mining.
yeah, because I seen the one said Mars, so he said the
Yeah,
moon.
yeah, he said the moon too.
Okay.
So they're gonna be mining the moon. What y'all think about that, family?
Exactly. What y'all think about that? Now, do you remember when we told you all a while back that Trump was talking about starting a police space task force? I told y'all he started his task force, and everything that we see that's going on, right now is keeping you focused over here. I keep telling y'all they're doing some things up there, y'all, in the cosmos. If y'all can only see what I see, they're doing some things up there. Okay, so now all of a sudden you see an article. Trump is saying, okay, he's allowing them to start a Mars and a moon mining. Come on now. I thought these places couldn't be inhibited. I thought you couldn't be on these places. You see what I'm saying? Slowly but surely, as we told you all in the predictions that we started seeing little things. I told y'all certain little things are gonna be exposed, and I said y'all ain't seen nothing yet, right?
And I think the U.S. has really become obsessed with it now that China has started putting all these pictures up of the moon, and it looks like, and actually the first ones that I seen, it looked like they was on Earth, but because it looks like, what it looks like to me is they black out when they're on the Earth. On the moon, they black it out to make it look like you're in space and you can see the Earth from there. But it looks like almost like it's a planet that they were on, because you can see like you can see, it just looks like you're looking at the horizon. And then when you look at it, when I was looking at the pictures they put out, and I looked at it on American websites, they had that part blacked out. It was the same picture, but they had that part blacked out, and it looked like, so it's like they don't want China to outdo them.
Well, I mean, how many of you believe that Venus is 100,000 light years away? How many of you believe that Mars is 100,000 light years away? Think about it, family. You all have to use your logical senses. We're in this huge transformation where the body is changing and information is being given to you, I mean, at an alarming rate, okay? I mean, you're being opened up to the vastness of what's getting ready to come to you right now. It's like they're preparing your body to see and know and reveal all these things that we didn't know, okay, or you didn't know in the fifth dimension over there, okay? So we're saying that. Do you really believe that? Just like I believe we can walk to Africa. I don't believe we need to go to take a plane to Africa. What do you all think? Now, they have you thinking that this planet is 10,000 miles away. This planet is over here. I really think If we step out of this Earth to Antarctica, I think that we can go right to Venus. I think we'll see Mars right across about a mile away. I think we'll see, Saturn about 3 miles away. What y'all think?
And you know the funny thing is I don't. The reason why I think they lied to people because think about it. If you told people, well, Venus ain't but like 1 mile from the Earth, and Saturn ain't but 9 miles from the Earth, and Pluto ain't but 15 miles from the Earth, people are gonna start have aspirations to go out of space themselves because you got people that do have money to put the resources together to
go.
create
Right.
something to fly to outer space.
Right.
But if the government tells you that it's that many years away, who's gonna really put their resources and their money to go to those places if they don't think they can't get there?
They think they can't get there. Exactly. All right. We have a question from a comment from Facebook. Hey, Deco, that says wag the dog.
Wag the dog. Yep.
Wag the dog. I never got a chance to see that movie, but I heard a lot about it. And I heard that they basically staged everything that you see. Did you see the movie?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see it
I
either.
saw
We're gonna have
bits
to
and
watch
parts
it.
of it because it would always
Yeah.
be on cable, but I never would watch it.
Right, that they staged everything you see. So I gotta watch it before I speak on it. But I heard a lot about it. California says salutations, my sister and brother. Salutations, my sister. Okay, Jeremy Danty, Jaleesa just joined. All right, family. So pretty much, a lot of you all. Let me ask you a question, because it's interesting that Eric, put that in there. Wag the dog. So I believe that a lot of people are believing that this whole corona and COVID thing is not true.
Yeah, and
That
see,
it's all fake.
yeah, and I think that's the problem too because in order for the world to believe all of this is true, we have to be the first ones to believe all of this. That's my feeling on it because if we don't believe it, we're not we create not just us, but I just feel like if we don't believe in it, nobody's gonna believe in it. You know what I mean? Because it's like if
So are you saying if black people don't believe in it?
yeah, I feel
Okay.
like if black people don't believe in it, nobody else is really gonna take it seriously because it's like why should they like a lot? And so they're making a point to every black person that does something like that. They're making a point to make an example out of him, like the guy in Ohio that threw the party. They charged him with inciting a riot when he did nothing with violence. He had nothing to do with violence or nothing
Right.
like that. He
Right.
was just saying we don't believe in the COVID-19, and he threw a party. And so he got arrested, and they charged him with all that because they know that this probably isn't going to stick. So they charged him with all kind of felonious stuff, like just all kind of crazy shit, and trying to make it a felony for not obeying the curfew.
So what do you think about Charlamagne saying that it's hitting the black community the way that it is? And now we got several people on YouTube. We have several people on Facebook. Now everybody's in every different place. Y'all tell us if you're in the black community. Tell us how many people in your community is being hit with the coronavirus.
And I do believe that because states and certain I feel like hospitals that deal with this, if they say somebody's dying of COVID-19, they might get extra money or help or I believe that states that get down with the get down are going to receive money for participating in this
Right.
because okay if you don't report any cases then your state might not receive no money.
Yeah,
And these states want all the money they can get from the federal government.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, Deidre Russell says, okay, Deidre Russell, let us know where's your neck of the hood at? Where are you at? Where are you located at? You said no one that I know of. Okay, so where are you located at? They are blaming everything on this. Kafunya, what do you mean blaming everything on this? So you're talking about
I think every time somebody dies, they
they're
blame it on
blaming
that.
it on the coronavirus, right? Okay, so
Sheila Coleman says none in my community in North Carolina.
okay, Sheila, see what I'm saying?
Kelvin's Choice says they're spreading fake news.
All right, y'all. All right.
So if the black people believe it, I just feel like if black people, because black people don't take this shit seriously, so they're gonna put the statistics out. Oh, it's killing all the black people. Oh, black people just dying from it,
Yeah. See. All
and
right.
and that's why, so we could take it seriously and get scared. The only people this is really scaring is elderly people.
Exactly. The elders. All right. Tafani says I don't see it like that. Like what the news is saying, it's hitting everyone. Okay. Houston. She says she's Houston yet. I'm from Chicago. Oh, yeah, Houston. Yet I'm from Chicago, and none of my folks back home knows anyone. If you have a toothache, they blame it on corona.
Mm-hmm.
You know
And
what?
I
That's
and I,
so true.
and we in the flu season, so I think a lot of people are catching the flu and stuff like that. If they have any kind of respiratory ailments, like they not gonna tell everybody that they got the corona, but some people they're gonna tell they have it.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, you know what? You got to go within and, activate your first eye and, go within your body and see what it is for yourself. Go to your ancestors on that one. Hey, ancestors, look here. Are they telling the truth or not? Okay. Um, I meant to tell you this is the weather.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about to be careful of some fires, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when do you know Georgia to have forest fires,
Mm-hmm.
right? California,
Yeah, California. Yeah.
right? You always hear about wildfires in California, but there was a weather warning today that we received that stated that we were going to be dealing with some wildfires.
Mm.
What you think about that, Brother Dinkler?
I don't know. I think. See, to me, like when it comes to California, it's some black ops going on when they had these fires because it always starts around the same time. And what I feel is like it's some beings in California that live in these areas that be coming out, and our government is at war with them, and they're trying to go to war with them, fight them. The same thing they're doing in the ocean, with the sonar, and it's killing the whales or hurting the whales and the dolphins because they're fighting these other beings that
So
are
there's
underwater.
a war as above, so below. So there's a war under the sea with these beings, and then you got a war now. When we talk about the wildfires, now Georgia is known for seeing a lot of spaceships, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've heard a lot of activity here in Georgia. A lot of spaceships are supposed to be here, and not only that, we hear it every night, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. So with saying that, family, that says to me that you know what, all of a sudden now we got to be mindful of some wildfires. I've been in Georgia for a couple of years, many years now. Okay, I moved back here to Georgia in 2001. So we're saying that I ain't never noticed Georgia to have no wildfires and nothing like that. So all of a sudden, first thing that comes to my mind, spiritually seeing, because this is the spiritual vault, is that some of that friendly fire that's going on in the cosmos might be hitting the land. So
Mm-hmm.
they're warning you ahead of time to let you know somewhere in the bush, sometimes wherever they land their ships at, there's going to be some, firepower taking place. That's what I see spiritually. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So I'm gonna get to some. I want to read some of these comments, right?
mhm.
Um, Michi Black says, I do not believe that's true. Sheila Coleman says, this is some BS. It's other agendas going on. Trump is getting free campaigning coverage in a sneaky way, and he has stock in the drug that he's been pushing everybody. Calvin's Choice says the whole thing is about making money on those vaccine shots. So everybody has their own opinion, and I think for the most part, I feel like they're right. I feel like this, like think about it. If you
What's
talk,
Michi saying? What's she saying that's not true?
who's who's saying not true?
Go back. You did you read?
The first one I
Yeah,
read.
yeah.
I don't know what she's talking about. She might have been saying I don't know what she's
Yeah, what do
talking
you
about.
mean? What's not true? What are you talking about? About the
I think she's talking about the whole because I think she posted that when you was talking about the virus or whatever.
okay.
Uh, Zone Netta says secret space program.
I don't know if it's so secret if I could see in the depths of them doggone planets and what's going on. It ain't that secret because Spirit is showing me a lot, and Spirit been showing me a lot for years with these other beings. Now, someone sent me again today that there's a war between the Draconian beings and the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki is the ones who are supposedly creating humanity. Okay, so I need to do a little bit more. I'm gonna say digging spiritually into it and seeing what I really see. Okay, but it's not surprising to me because we talked about this months ago. We talked about how this is going on, how we need to pay attention to what's going on. The cosmic beings are coming. There's a war. They're fighting over. There's some more, and I told you all when we did it last month. I told you all they're fighting over some resources, some new resources that were found. Okay, that actually I told you all a while back. I can't remember what the resource was, and I told you all. I
They
said they're
found something
fighting.
in the ocean too. Remember we did a show on that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they found some in the ocean, and these resources is what they're fighting over. Okay. Now, in the meantime, everybody's still stuck down here on this dimension, talking about Corona and the vaccines. When y'all don't understand, they're fighting on something. They're fighting over something that's way bigger than what we could imagine. We're talking about the 5G. We talked about that. Y'all worried about that. Y'all better pay attention to what they're really fighting over because it's a new type of resource that's going to, let me see what I see spiritually, which is going to have something to do with some higher technology, okay? I'll give y'all that much.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think what show that was. We talked about what they found in the ocean. It was talking about the continents of I can't remember the other continents they were talking about.
I was talking about Australia. No, we just there was other places in Australia that they found cities under the water. But when they found these cities, they were minerals. I think it was some type of minerals that were used in ancient times that they found again in modern times. Okay, so this war between the Draconians and the Anunnaki is about resources again. Remember, the first one, if I'm not mistaken, was about the gold. Remember the gold? Okay? Remember the gold? So it was about the monatomic gold. So now it's supposed to be about this new mineral that is going to be producing, even more higher technology. That's what Spirit showed me. Okay?
Sheila Coleman says the U.S. Surgeon General is only qualified in anesthesiology. If you look at his medical history, he has no other work in the medical field as the previous U.S. Surgeon Generals. He was appointed this by Trump,
Who?
the U.S. Surgeon General.
The U.S. Surgeon General? What
Yeah,
is she saying about him?
he has no medical
Medical?
history except for anesthesiology.
Well, he shouldn't be the U.S. General. Anyway, Deidre said that's what they elites desire. Deidre says transhumanism. You know, the elites could desire it all they want to, but their time is up too. Okay, their time is up too.
We got somebody new in the building on YouTube. Petra Davis says I just typed in return off and the ancient ones and found y'all live. Wow, love from I guess that's Minnesota. MN.
Minnesota, welcome Minnesota. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Sheila Coleman says the previous U.S. Surgeon General was qualified under Obama administration as a virologist. I guess that's what that is.
Virologist.
Virologist.
Right.
The black guy, Jerome Adams.
The black guy, Jerome Adams. Okay. Well, all I know is that we must pay attention. All I know is that the Anunnaki, which you all don't know, they've been here. Okay?
That's right.
They've been here. These beings have been here, unbeknownst to you all. Okay? But as I told you all a while back and last year, I told you all there was a meeting that was taking place in Antarctica. I told you all the world leaders were all meeting up with these beings. I told you all that they were having conversations about things that needed to be changed on the earth. I told you all about how they shut down every nuclear weapon around the world. Okay? So, with saying that, you all got to know there's some cosmic energy that's still going on right now, and they're getting ready to take it up a little bit. How can I put this? They're about to bring the heat up.
Because they think that they can maneuver around and get
Right.
around what they're telling them to correct.
Right.
You know.
and I see exchange back and forth with these beings and the human beings and the world leaders, and they're not playing. These beings are not playing. So when you start getting warnings, especially in Georgia, where you see a lot of space or ship activity, okay, you are going to pretty much, wonder what would they mean fire? What do they mean? Because we don't have fires like that, so that means they get ready to turn up the heat. Okay.
Nancy Gerard says, "My sister, you are absolutely right. People need to pay attention. Spirit are never wrong." That dude, what's up, that dude?
Hey, that's dude, Nancy Gerard. And the thing about it, family, is that again we're so focused on what's going on here, the 5G making you sick, the corona. You ain't thinking about looking up. You're not looking up.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on this morning. I went on the terrace this morning in the back, and see, I got allergies, so the trees are emitting a lot of pollen. But the pollen this year is a little bit different than the pollen any other year. Okay, I can feel it. I just feel it. And I'm outside talking to our brothers and sisters, which are the trees,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking to Ra. As I'm talking to Ra, I'm trying to get the vitamin D, because you should be out there a long time, but I can't stay out too long because my trees were so happy to see me. They waving back and forth, waving back and forth. Now, I told you all before, if you don't believe me, go outside and talk to the spirit of the one and the spirit of the trees, and they will respond. So I'm outside, and all of a sudden they waving, waving, and there's one tree over here. If I don't speak to them, they spoil, right? If I don't speak to this tree, they sit there and pout, and then I'll start speaking to it. All of a sudden, you see the leaves moving. So while they're waving it, I see all this pollen coming out, and I'm still standing in the sun, and they're telling me that they're getting ready to stand guard too. Yes, the trees do talk. If you listen very closely to what a tree is saying, you'll hear what it's thinking. Now listen,
Yeah.
the trees are getting ready to do something too. Earth, okay? They getting ready to start emitting some other type of stuff coming out of the earth with these trees and these plants. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Okay? But what was crazy while I was out there, the birds, there's one bird that whistled at me and I whistled back. And I whistled the same way, but the birds whistling back. So I'm paying attention to nature, which we told you all to do. Pay attention to the animals in nature. Pay attention to the trees, to the plants. They're going to let you know what's going on this planet and up there, okay?
Yeah, and the birds always let you know something is going on in the atmosphere because they're always in the atmosphere. So like even when I was young, I noticed when a hurricane was coming, you never see any birds. And then when they started putting out something in the air. I remember maybe I think it was like 2000, maybe 12ish. A lot of birds were coming up there. Remember all those birds
Birds are
started
coming up
flying up?
there.
This had nothing to do with 5G because 5G wasn't even thought of. All these birds start dying out the sky. And I feel like more than anything, it has more to do with the chemtrails and stuff because then I even noticed to the point where birds that you normally see fly high, they start flying low. Like I remember I would hardly ever see a hawk. Only time I would see a hawk fly is when it's hunting. That's the only time you ever really see a hawk low. You're gonna see a hawk low is when it's flying or when they're circling around. If it's a group of them, but you never see a hawk. Only birds you really see fly like that are you may see a bald eagle. They fly low. I believe that a hawk flies higher than an eagle, but they say an eagle flies higher than a hawk, and I just don't believe that to be true because a hawk will fly so high that you won't even see it, but you've been seeing it so much because I think that because of the stuff they're putting in the air.
Yeah, they put a lot of stuff in the air, but I'm telling y'all what the trees told me. I was out there today talking to my family. Again, the trees are your brothers and sisters, okay? Don't get it confused. They told me that if they keep up doing what they're doing, they're getting ready to emit some type of something
Mm-hmm.
from their leaves and from the bottom of the earth, right? Don't say I didn't tell y'all so.
And you know it's funny because it's plants that do that right now that we have scientists have took note of. It's a plant in nature that if a insect is around, that comes and kills it, that plant can emit something to call a predator of that insect that's eating it.
See what I'm saying? Kylie, peace and blessings. Kylie says for the last week I've been hearing hawk when I go to the mailbox, but I never see it. It's funny you say that. Hey, Angela Payne. Michael Darius Ford says the birds have been singing around me. Blessings. Look here. That's why I said pay attention to them because you're trying to get your attention. See, a lot of trial and error in ancient times or back in the day, when you wanted to know something about nature, you always turned to the trees and the animals, right? So when these animals start doing this around you, pay attention. They're trying to give you a message. They're trying to give you a message. Pay attention. I told you, I don't know if I told you all the story the other night, but we was out 5:30 in the morning. We had no business out. We supposed to be sleeping. We were up doing rituals. We going to McDonald's to get some coffee, right? 5:30 in the morning. So we going down, and I'm not looking behind me or looking up. I hear something go, whistle,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right? It's whistling, right? So I'm like, who the hell is whistling at 5:30 the goddamn morning, right? Now I'm thinking it's a bird, but it didn't sound like a bird. So I really didn't give it no thought. So then we come back, because it's only up the street. We come back, get out the car, hear the whistle again. And it's looking at me like this, y'all. It's looking at me from the top of the house on the roof. And I couldn't see because it was dark, because my ass can't see in the dark. So I'm looking, and I could see like it almost looks like the head is like the shape of an owl, right? And it's whistling at me. So I notice it, so I'm walking over to it. And then I get on the stairs and I look up, and then and I whistle back at it, and it ran. And I couldn't really see it because the tail looked almost like a fluffy tail, but it almost looked like a little dwarf. I don't know what it was, y'all, but I know.
It had a head of an owl.
It had like a head of an owl, but this thing was whistling at me. And I'm like, what the hell is whistling at me? But the whole point of saying that is these birds, these animals, these trees, these plants are trying to get your attention. Now remember this. When you walk outside, you walk into yourself. You all know I say that you are universes within universes. So we're all connected. So if you pay attention to the earth, if you pay attention to the trees, if you pay attention to the birds, they're going to tell you what's going on. Don't get so caught up in the goddamn,
don't pay attention to
that
nature.
you're not paying attention to nature, because nature is a part of you, and nature's going to say, look here, we getting the message before you do. So let me tell you, let me give you a heads up, okay? You got some questions?
Yeah. Michi Black says, "Is it gonna harm us?" She's talking about the stuff they're gonna emit from the trees. And Sheila Coleman says the birds have been singing so beautiful in the morning. And Bantu Viking says, "Nikki Love, did you see the video I sent you with the ships in Detroit?"
No, I didn't see that. I have to go back because everybody, y'all,
We get a lot.
y'all,
Especially her. She get a lot.
yeah,
of
y'all
inboxes.
filling up my inboxes with all this good stuff, and I do appreciate it. Because a lot of the information is very useful. But I didn't see that, but I'll check it out. But Tawana says the birds seem so happy. See, they're very happy. They know. I think I keep telling you all, study the birds, study the trees, study the animals and nature. They're going to let you know what's really going on.
I think Georgia gonna get it because they don't take care of their trees.
Now I want to answer the question. Okay, so I'm going to ask my fellow brothers and sisters tomorrow morning when I go out there. I doubt very highly it's going to affect all of us. Now let me just say this: y'all seen the movie The Happenings, right? So whatever chemical them trees was emitting was making people literally kill themselves on the spot, right? I'm going to say this. This is why y'all have people like us, the indigenous ones, who've been telling you all for years, call on your ancestors. Hug a tree. You understand? Pay homage to the spirit of the water. Pay homage to the spirit of the wind. Pay homage to the spirit of the sun. Pay homage to the spirit of the earth. Connect yourselves with nature. Ground yourselves. Now, the cosmic beings gave me this message, last year? Before we started doing the Sirius D. Tell humanity to take off their shoes, okay, and ground themselves back with nature. This is the message that came from the cosmic beings. Tell humanity, okay, to ground themselves. That means step on the earth, not on the grass, because somebody came on here talking about, oh, well, we have the rainbow thing and we step on the grass. No, step on the dirt. The dirt is the closest to the bottom of the earth. So step on the dirt, okay? Barefooted. Go outside. Throw your hands up. Talk to the sun. Talk to the trees. I mean, you need to be bestest of friends with nature right about now. Okay? Because not only is nature going to give you the messages that you need to know, but it's also going to protect you when your brothers and sisters, the trees, decide to admit what they're going to admit, to stop them from doing the unrighteous deed of spraying them with chemicals and destroying them from above and below. Nature's getting ready to fight back. Don't say I didn't tell you so.
Chief Shango says, I never heard a bird sing these tunes they're singing now.
I told you I was on the porch this morning, the bird was whistling. I was copying the whistle he was copying, and every time I did it, he did it. That just lets you know how beautiful it is to be connected with these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to notice that because I would do that when I was a little kid. I would whistle like whatever they do, and they would mimic you too.
Right, they'll mimic you. Right.
Right.
I don't know what y'all talk about, but I love my natural nature family. And true, I'm an earth side. You know how that goes. You're automatically connected, but it's beautiful, okay?
Bantu Viking says, I saw a peacock for the first time in my life. She walked right by me, and I filmed her. Once I realized I didn't take a still. I didn't take a still. I end up running after her to get a picture.
You better be careful of them peacocks. Don't run after them. They come and attack you. But one of the most beautiful things you can see. Did you ever see a peacock actually spread out its feathers? Very pretty. Family. You have to see that. Watch peacock when they just open their tails. It's like real pretty.
Yeah, I used to see them a lot. Where I'm from. Bantu Biking says, is that the reason why people kill themselves and suicide in the forest?
I wouldn't say that.
I think people plan that when they go out.
Yeah,
there
when
to
they
kill
go
it,
out.
'cause
I mean,
they don't want nobody to stop them.
And I know what they're talking about because there was a documentary years ago. It's called Suicide Forest in Japan, and they go out there and they kill themselves. But that's ridiculous. Our ancestors doesn't like stuff like that. Okay, ancestors don't like stuff like that. You don't kill yourself. Who gives you the right to take your life? You didn't create it.
That's crazy.
What?
The people will go out there like I don't know. I just feel like if you go out there, you just don't want nobody to stop you. So you go out in the forest where nobody's at.
Yeah, well, that's ridiculous.
Sheila Coleman says, the more I hug my tree, the more the flowers bloom.
See what I'm saying? So you understand the importance of having the connection with nature. Because let me tell you something, even back home in Africa, a lot of people wonder why, and especially back home, we got over 3,000 tribes in Africa. Back home, you walk barefooted all the time, so you're constantly staying connected with earth and with the elements and with nature. That's why the energy of my Africans and sisters and brothers when I go back home is more heightened. The body, everything is more heightened because you're more grounded. When you're in Africa, now some parts of Africa have gotten modern. You understand? Even certain parts of where my country is Cabo Verde. You understand?
A lot of Africa is modern.
Yeah, a lot of it is modern, but there's still the parts where you could go into the village. You can go, to your little small place, and you can walk around barefoot and be comfortable. Okay? So, here in America, you have become disconnected from the very thing that you're a part of, which is nature, because it's true.
Yeah, because everybody always walking around with
With
their
sneakers.
head, with their head in the phones too.
Right, in the phones. No, but I'm talking about they're not walking around barefooted.
Yeah, when I was
You're not
growing up,
connecting. You're not
everybody used to walk
connecting to
outside
earth.
barefooted.
when we were younger,
yeah,
right?
when we were younger, everybody used to walk out barefooted, you know. So it's just
But
crazy.
but see, here in America, everybody has shoes on. Nobody's connecting themselves to my sinuses. You can hear it, right? Nobody's connecting themselves to nature. You understand? And see, half of the time you're scared. Like we would go to the park, and I didn't want to take off my shoes. I can't walk on the grass because you let the damn people bring their dogs in the park, and they're pissing and going to the
Shitting all over
bathroom everywhere. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So, peace, Latrell. How are you? Welcome, Mansueke Malandu. Welcome.
Sheila Coleman says, wait, not Sheila Coleman. Bantu Viking says, I thought they open up if they felt threatened. Sheila Coleman says, I feed the ducks a lot and they come right up to me and talk. I talk to them and they quack back.
That's what I'm saying. So y'all know what it is.
So,
All right, family. What we're gonna do now? Oh, hold on, real quick. Growing up at my great grandma would make us take our shoes off once the spring came. Yeah, because you have to get yourself grounded. You need that. You need that love and energy from Earth that you're a part of.
and
Okay.
see, and quiet is kept. That's one of the things that I think helped Dr. Sabi connect and find the answers that he needed to in nature because he was always barefooted.
See,
Dr. Sabi never wore shoes.
if I had my
People
way,
was sleeping on Sabi. He never wore. He even in the winter he would walk barefooted.
I was that like that for a very long time, y'all. I was a barefoot child. Okay. I did not like shoes. My mother say, "Put on your shoes."
Yeah, they
Nah.
used to tell me put on your shoes.
Yeah, I didn't like
because
to wear
They
shoes.
said it make your feet grow, and they didn't. My parents didn't want to buy me no more shoes because they said my feet was growing too fast. And put on some goddamn
Yeah,
shoes.
I hated shoes. I used to kick my shoes all the time. Oh, I didn't like to wear shoes. I was a barefoot child. I would say, put on your shoes. No, I don't want to put on my shoes. No, I don't want to put But
So like so we was talking about the ancient ones. What do you see going on the other planets? Like Saturn, Mars, Jupiter, like what
they're going through their own transformations on other
are
planets.
they having war up there also, or is it only on
There's
Earth?
not
Or is
too
it on
okay.
Earth?
When I'm saying spiritually, there's not too many wars amongst the other planets like that. It's here on this place called Earth.
Because we the only ones who think we're running something.
Right. Think we wanted something.
I remember you know what's funny? I think all of this ties in because they released the thing about what what's his name? Quido Mutro. Well,
You don't mutua.
I can't say his name right. Quido Mutra. He said that humans we were a great species on another planet. I forgot the planet he said that we come from, but he said the problem was the beings that created us. They had to strip us of our powers and everything we had because we were so fierce in fighting, but we were too warlike. We wanted to kill and destroy every planet that we went to. So they said that's another reason why they brought the humanity to Earth to make us start over in the beginning. And he also said that we couldn't. It was certain things that we weren't allowed to do. So he also said that we weren't allowed to have certain weapons. We weren't allowed to believe in certain. We weren't allowed to believe in certain things, and they made us worship them because we were too destructive and we were too warlike as a race because we would go from planet to planet, destroying every planet and fighting everything. This is what he said in a I don't know, it was a video he had out a while back, and it was really interesting. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about a lot of things that we do today that we weren't allowed to do. Even like I'm saying, even with technology, we weren't allowed to create. We were only. He said that's why in Africa they were only allowed to have spears and stuff like that, like little weapons like that to hunt and stuff like that. And even certain people to this day, they made a pact with them that they wouldn't, become more advanced. And so that's why you see certain tribes and like that in Africa doing the things that they do. And they used to steal a lot of things from the elder. And I think, like you said, like when he passed and they put out that he passed, I think that was a sign for us to go back and study the things that he was saying. So that's why they put it out there that he died again.
Who? Keto.
Quito Mutro. Have his name. That's what I think personally. Sheila Coleman says that's the chief. They are very smart.
Who?
I guess he's talking about. Hold on,
No,
I need to read the.
we would joke and say that's why we are our great grands not got big feet because we didn't wear shoes. That's funny. All right, y'all had to get out because my allergies acting up. I had to put on some peppermint. All right, now what we're gonna do, family? We're gonna let you all ask us some questions. Okay. Um, this come on with your questions. Whatever topic you want to talk about. If there's something you want us to talk about, come on with your questions. Y'all see my Afro puff? This is what we could do when we don't feel like doing out here, y'all. All right. So if you have some questions, y'all come on with the questions. We're here for y'all. So if you got questions, come on with the questions. Okay. Um,
Viking says, "What do you see about this asteroid due to pass Earth April 29th?"
they always saying asteroids are coming to Earth. I don't see we're gonna get hit by no
It say
asteroid.
passing. Just it says it's gonna pass.
If
Earth.
it's gonna pass Earth, I don't see anything's gonna happen. Do you all know that Jupiter is one of the most highly spiritual planets in the cosmos, and Jupiter really actually protects Earth from asteroids like that. Okay, so a lot of people need to know Jupiter protects Earth. We have a electromagnetic shield around it, but Jupiter also has that extra power to keep those asteroids from actually hitting Earth like that. So every time you see this, they're always trying to keep you scared or fearing. Oh well, because it pops up on your phone. Oh well, this asteroid could just in a blink of an eye take away the whole Earth and do this to Earth. Always trying to do stuff to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all think that a lot of Christians and religious people think that this is Armageddon right now? What do y'all think? Do you think they're trying to really, kind of, uh, what do you call it? The Bible trying to,
Yeah, that's and we had that discussion earlier, and I feel like that's what they're doing
like
because
they're trying to
they're trying to manifest the prophecies in the Bible. With
make a 3D
yeah,
Jesus that come out of the sky?
that's why they're coming up with these man-made diseases because say in the end days there will be pestilence and new diseases we haven't seen before. Every disease that they tell us is new is not new. They told us swine flu was new, but when you do the research, it came out in the 70s. They told you, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
They told you this coronavirus was new, but then when you do the research, it's been around forever.
Forever.
So it's like everything
Yeah.
that they say come out is not to come out is new is not it's not a new virus. They just figured out how to reproduce it and put it out amongst humanity.
For those of you who are new, you are listening to the Spiritual Vote. We are African Indigenous traditional healers as well as seers and ritual workers. Okay. So if you want us to see something, if you're new here, we can tap in spiritually. A lot of topics we talk about is covering everything in in the world, whether it's entertainment, okay, whether it's politics, whether it's love life, whatever you want to ask, you can ask and we'll spiritually see. Okay, that's why we created the spiritual vault. A lot of people don't understand. We here we'll talk about topics, but we like to see what we see spiritually. Not what the news said, not what you Googled, but what spirit showed us spiritually. Okay.
Chief says crows make the funniest noise. I was mocking one the other day, and it kept talking back to me like he knew I was picking on him. A lot of times, too, the reason why you got to really tune in and pay attention and communicate with that animal, right? Because a lot of times that crow, when you hear a crow making noise and it's looking at you and it keeps doing that, he's trying to give you a message. Crows carry messages.
That's
So you
right.
got to pay attention because he had a message for you and you wasn't really picking up on that
Pay attention to the crows because they bring
because
messages.
they will talk to you.
Hey, Talib Barnes. Yes, you finally got alive. Yes, you did. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Majestic Ross says Christians think the rapture about to happen. You ain't never lying.
Hmm.
You ain't never lying. They think it's the end. Oh, they just in their little worlds and
Miss Erica says, peace and blessings, family. Andrea says, 1918, the Spanish flu.
exactly, exactly. Peace and blessings, Miss Erica and Andrea, the Spanish flu. But now when the other night we went back to when Lysol was created.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look on the back of the Lysol can, it says that it kills the human coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna assume that because Lysol has all the many benefits that it does, that it's been around as long as the Lysol been around. I could be wrong.
Um, we got a question. Fairy Wing says, "Have you guys found the records online about alien sightings?" No, but I know alien sightings have went up. They have went up. Um, this year they went up a lot. Like people that never seen them are seeing them everywhere.
We ain't gotta go online. All we gotta do is to go
Step outside.
outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go outside and see the alien sighting. All right. Can you tell me some about my Venomous 5 project? Will it be successful? Talib. It sounds like a very interesting project. It sounds like a very interesting project. I'm going to tell you this, Talib. Whatever energy you put into it is how successful it's going to be. Okay?
Mhm.
So if you put that energy into it, it's going to be very successful. If you're determined to see and you see that vision, then it's going to be very successful. Okay? All right. What's the question over there?
I'm trying to look for a question. Nisha Danny says, "Yeah, I think a lot of Christians think so. Someone mentioned that they'll use the rapture to implement martial law using technology to send telepathic messages. I personally don't believe it." She said they're gonna send telepathic messages to make
Who's
people
going to
believe.
send
I guess the government.
Oh, okay. So the government is going to send telepathic messages to make us believe that this is the time of revelations. This is the Armageddon, right? Okay. All right. Okay, I hear y'all. I hear y'all. Okay, Christian. Angela D. Payne says Christians believe their Bibles, MSNBC News. It's hard to challenge them because of the years they invested. Angela, break that down again for me.
Yeah, because a lot of times people, because of the ego of somebody that said, like, we don't think religious people have a lot of ego because they want to be right and they've been believing this for so long. A lot of people can't let that go. They can't be like, man, I was wrong for believing in all of this stuff that I read, and my dad was wrong and my grandmother was wrong. Some people just can't bring themselves to believe that they was wrong about religion.
All right, Dave, you didn't hear us what we said yesterday. You didn't see us rushing home tonight. 9 o'clock is the curfew and 8 o'clock for some places, and they will stop you. Did you get a ticket, Ira Day? Did you get a ticket? All right. This wealth is getting a little rough in California. Talib, my sister told me that she was complaining. She was I think she's in San Francisco, and she said that the rent is ridiculously high. So yeah, I heard that before. You're not the first one to say that in California, but California better be careful because they're doing will be they're that whole Hollywood sign is getting ready to break in half from an earthquake, from
Mm.
all that disagreeable energy that they got going on in Hollywood and all that is getting ready to have a major earthquake.
Bantu Viking says, "I think they're really trying to tie us into the new system that will restrict us from even more than before. And if we really wake up and understand the jargon with the Constitution, we can opt out."
What?
She said they're trying to basically. She's saying they're trying to tie us more into the system of what they're trying to do, you know. And she said if we really wake up and start paying attention to what they do with the laws, like the Constitution and stuff
Mhm.
like that, we can opt out.
Yeah, that's very true. She's right. That's very true. You have the option of opting out a lot of stuff. You know that. So that's very true. Okay.
Andrea says, "When I see Robbins, I feel my brother around me." Crystal Green, peace. She says, "Peace, family." Hold on, damn, we got some more comments. Somebody, Bantu Viking says, Nikki Love, have you and your husband tried the 2 cup method? What's the 2 cup method? I remember they asked us about that years ago. What is that? Y'all got to refresh my memory. The 2 cup method. What was that?
I don't know. What's the 2 cup? I ain't never heard of no 2 cup
Nah,
method.
they asked us that a long time ago when we lived in
Are you
what's
talking
the,
about when you do one thing with the glass and the other thing with the glass and then you throw it away and do that? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, Majestic Rock. Okay, all right. There, you said they didn't stop you. I misunderstood you. So you didn't
yeah,
get
because it's
stopped,
not that many. I don't think it's that. I think a lot of it's not that many police out there at the time because they don't need it that many.
right? Okay, so Majestic Rock said, yeah, they've been putting something in the sky to make it look like a hand and calling it Jesus' hand. It was live on Facebook. Let me see. Earlier, Christians were halting, hollering, and that's not funny, y'all. But stop playing. They was hollering and screaming. Okay,
Yeah,
I could, yeah, I got the vision in my mind of these Christians hollering, "Oh, Jesus is here! Jesus is here!" I just got the vision. That's why I laugh, y'all. But that's funny. That's real funny. Okay. Just like somebody's arguing with me on my thread on Facebook about, well, I need to, you know, deal with Yah, whatever the hell they were saying, and that Yah was gonna deal with me because I'm an indigenous traditional healer, and that Yah is gonna, what did it say? He said that he was gonna strip me of my
visions.
of my visions and my
Hey,
gift.
hey.
I said, what? You said you gonna do what? I said, let me explain something to you. Y'all didn't create me. Y'all created you. So you're not stripping me of my gifts and my visions. And I said, y'all can't do that.
That's because they be doing rituals too.
I said, y'all ain't got no power over here. Okay?
I seen a video of Hebrew Israelites
I
doing
wish he would
rituals.
try to come do a ritual on me.
I see.
I wish he would. I will
I
shut
see.
him
I seen
down and send his
a
ass back to
video.
his mother's vagina.
I seen some Hebrew Israelites doing call themselves doing a ritual on the guy. They were like, ha 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 ha. Oh, watch we smite him.
He's a Hebrew Israelite
Watch
too.
we we Jesus smite him. Watch Jesus smite him. that's that's
But you know what it is? They did that to a guy. But they can't. They ain't
yeah.
got power over women. The only power they think they got is the physical power, and that they don't want to deal with either. You understand? So my thing is, at the end of the day, try doing that with a woman. One woman will shut 10 of them down, and especially a woman that got natural healing power. Okay? If she say it happen, don't get it confused. All right.
And how many of y'all men that are on here have seen that happen? How many men on here have seen a woman tell another man, "Ain't nothing go right for you until you do right by me," and shit start happening to that man.
All right, so I run. They say they pushing this shit hard. This is like military exercise. It's like the mind games they play in the military. Yeah, you ain't never lying, but at the end of the day, that's why I told you all. You got your traditional healers here. We all over. Pay attention. Follow our lead. Hug that tree. Don't get caught up in that energy over there. Stay close to your elements. Stay close to your ancestors. Talk to that tree, talk to the sun, talk to the wind, talk to the water. You're going to be good. Okay?
IRL little brother says, "I had a dream about white rabbits. Does that mean good luck and fortune?"
What you think? I wanted to, but I held it in. Kylie Jones, you should have cracked it. You should have cracked up because it's funny to me. It's funny to me because all I could see is Christian and Christian people just hollering, Jesus is here. Jesus is back. You know what I mean? It's funny to me. All right.
Shit, that
So,
rabbit might mean you about to have a baby. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
Let me not-
rabbit
let me-
fertility.
Let me not
Well,
put that out
isn't
there.
it the Passover? They said it was the Passover or something like that. Is it Okay. All right. Them peoples are crazy. Yeah, they crazy. They can be crazy all the goddamn want to, but leave me the goddamn hell
They
alone.
crazier than bat shit. Let me
Leave
see.
me alone, goddamn it. Emmett Key, blessings, Emmett Key.
Hold on. Evan Elena says, "Peace and blessings. Will cosmic beings ever make themselves known in the public?"
What?
She says, "Will the cosmic beings ever make themselves known
Yeah,
in the public?"
they will. You got to catch them though. And actually, there's some of the beings walking around. I see them.
Hmm.
but they're how can I put this
That look like humans if they're walking around in
a
public.
lot of them look like humans, okay? And then there's the ones that are transparent. Okay? I've seen those too. Okay? Michael Darius Ford Sr. says, when I say things, they happen. All right, Michael Darius Ford, you are just a male witch.
Oh, some
Okay? What?
hold on. All right, Shay Ellis says, peace and blessings. I like to know if my father's drinking to suppress his depression and cope with his health
Give us
problems.
your father's first name. First name for your father.
Shay Ella, give us his first name.
First name.
Bantu Viking says, I just, what? I just like you can't opt out of giving your children vaccines. Okay, just like you, I can't opt in giving. All right, Chief Shango
Who said
says,
you can't opt out to give your children vaccines? Muslims do it.
no, just like you, can you opt out of
Oh,
giving your children vaccines? That's I read that wrong.
yeah, you have to get a waiver. You can get a waiver.
Chief Shango says, I'm gonna try you, Nikki. Do you know my real name?
Chief Shango, do I know your real name? You know, that's the wrong thing. Don't come up in here trying me, goddamn Chief Shango. Do not come up here try me. Don't do that. That's the wrong thing to do, goddamn it, because you'll get severely cussed out and up and down. Now, now, I'm not reading you just because of that. How about that, Chief Shango? All right, next.
Queen V said, this lady at work said, God, oh damn, it moved. Queen V said, this lady at work said, God is here on earth and I guess getting ready to take us. Then Jehovah Witness lady said, no, it's not time.
It's not time.
Yeah.
Oh, surprise, surprise, surprise. Because, you know, back in 1914, the Jehovah Witness said the world was going to end. Right? So, surprise.
No, not really. Fairy Wing says, you guys look like you'd enjoy sailing out in the ocean on a sailboat. They pull all the goddamn. They pull all the ships and sailors out of the water. Waves even closed down, so they pulled them all out the water. She's saying they pull them.
You know
It's
why?
because the
Because we
shit they
told
coming
y'all.
out the ocean. That's why.
There's a war in the ocean. There's a war in the cosmos, and we the only ones. We look here, y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me sit up straight and explain something to y'all. My back is hurt. This old sorry ass chair. All right, so let me explain something to y'all. We're in the middle of a war between the cosmic beings and the earthly beings. So the ships had to come out of the water because the Navy is fighting the beings on the water. So no other ships can be on the water. You can't be parlaying on your goddamn yachts. You can't be parlaying on the ships you're traveling and going to Cancun. You got to get out the water because there's war on there with the beings underwater. And then because there's a war going on in the cosmos. So it's saying that they want your asses off the water, out the streets. That's why you got a curfew, because you don't belong in the streets, so you can't stay in the streets, okay? They want your asses to stay in the goddamn house while they fight this war. Y'all don't believe me? Some of y'all are going to see. Watch. Y'all see. I already got people sending stuff in the inbox. Nikki, there's a war between the Draconians and the Anunnaki. Didn't we tell y'all there was a war going on a while back? Now everybody talking about it now? Okay.
Uh, Denisha Danny says, does sleep paralysis mean that a spirit or being is drawing from your energy?
Sometime. It has to. We have to really do a reading on that, because what happens is there's times when in sleep paralysis, your body, your soul leaves your body and you travel. I do it a lot, y'all. I do it so much that I've had people tell me, about 10 to 20 people have told me they dreamt of me in their dreams. But I know why I was opted to do it. Because I'm a spiritual one, right? A high spiritual one, okay? And I'm not even messing around, for real. So what happens is there's times when the soul, excuse me, or your inyama leaves your body, and it doesn't get back in time, and you feel like you can't move or you can't
Mm-hmm.
talk. All right, those are the times when you're and that when you notice. Okay, I'm gonna give you the difference. When you're laying straight, you can't move anything. You just wake up. You can't move your hands, your arms, or whatever. Right? You'll know the difference. When disagreeable spirits are holding you down, that's a different type of feeling. You
You'll
can't.
yeah,
You're
you'll be
trying to
able to see
talk.
them too.
Right. You'll be able to see them, and not only that, you can't talk at all when when your soul is traveling and it hasn't gotten back in your body yet. Okay.
Shay Ella, my, his first name is Frank. The one who asked about her father said his first name is Frank.
Frank. Why are you drinking, Frank? Frank, why do you choose to drink, Frank? What's going on with you, Frank? Is your father? Your father has some health problems.
Yeah, that's what she said. Is he drinking because of his health problems?
Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know what you said. Your father has some health problems. I don't know if they told him he had cancer, but your father needs to tell you there's something going on with his stomach and his colon and his prostate. Something he's going on. He's afraid he's going to die. So your father is dealing with some health problems. I see between his colon and his prostate, there's some
Yeah,
stuff going
and if he
on.
got cancer, if he got cancer, shit, he feeding it with sugar, with liquor and stuff.
Right. He can't. He gotta do a whole lifestyle change. He gotta stop drinking. Drinking ain't gonna help. All right, I'm coming back to Facebook. Michael says, "Why have I been strengthened and felt? Why have I been strengthened and felt the need to move in these times? I flew more this month than ever. You flew? Where'd you fly? Where did you fly? Are you talking about in your dreams or in real life or on a plane? Tell me, speak. Tell me what you're talking about, Michael. So, were you flying in their dreams? Okay. Talib says, it's crow all around my apartment. I've seen a rabbit and owl in the same week and found a rat on top of my engine. Laugh out loud. See, I'm telling y'all. And then you all notice that they're saying that the animals are coming out too. The animals are coming out in nature. See, I told y'all, pay attention. Communicate. You talk to the goddamn birds. Talk to the rabbit. Y'all, people think I'm crazy. I talk to everything. I'll talk to a rock if it's on the goddamn ground, right? Cause
Shit, a rock could talk back to you.
that's right.
Y'all to try it. Those of y'all that are
Yeah,
spiritual, talk to a rock. A rock could talk back to you. Just shit. You you'll be surprised what it talk to you. What you think that's not alive, it'll talk to you.
Ira Day says I have some energy for real. Okay,
Man,
good. You must have got sleep, cause I know today I did sleep last night, but I don't know, y'all. Go ahead.
Bantu Viking says, I just wanted to know what you thought of a dream which you were talking to a beheaded man who is very alert and able to talk back.
So in the dream,
Some man was beheaded and you was talking
a
to him.
man was beheaded, and you were talking to this man that was beheaded, and he was able to talk back.
And he was very alert.
Sound like it was a soulless man to me. I would have to really deep dig into that. There's more to that dream that you must tell me so I can actually see. Okay.
Chief Shango says, I know you the real deal, Nikki. I love you, sis. Laugh out loud.
I appreciate that, Chief Shango. I will tell you this. I know you was one of the ones who would listen to my radio show all of the goddamn time. So yeah, you was on that blog talk show all the time.
Ruben Sinclair says the other day I had a dream about the worm in the cosmos. I don't know what that means.
The worm and the
Oh no, he
conqueror.
said he meant war as a typo. I guess it.
Oh, you did? Tell us a little about. I'm interested to hear about that because there's a war going on right now as we speak in the cosmos with the beings. Okay, we're in between two wars, under the sea and in the cosmos. All right. Michael says my physical and spiritual strength have increased prior to this. On a plane from Phoenix to Atlanta to Houston, then back to Atlanta. Michael Darius, why you been flying so much? What do you do? Okay. All right. Oh, you just get on a plane just to fly because you could fly? Do you work for the Air Delta or something? Okay. Um, Your physical strength is probably going to get strong because remember I told you all on the show the other night we are going through a transformation.
Hmm.
So as our body is going through the cellular transformation, we will begin to develop super cells. Okay, so probably that's what you experience. You too, Ira Day. Carly Jones says a few times I heard myself breathing and or snoring, seemed like I was in mid-flight of astral traveling. What you got over there?
Bantu Viking says I did a reading while I was out one night.
Mm-hmm.
While I was out after curfew, and I felt the need to look up and observe the weird patterns in the sky. So I asked the cards if there was a ship, and on all the cards indicated yes.
You asked the cards if you
She
was on a
said she seen a weird pattern in the sky, so she asked the card was there what she asked the cards was there a ship in the sky, and the pattern of the cards indicated yes.
there's many ships in the sky. Y'all better go outside your door and look up and ask them to reveal themselves and they will. Okay? Ask them and they will reveal themselves. Okay? I just set up my ancestors altar and my apartment feels so good. That's good. Everybody needs to be setting up their ancestor altars right about now.
Nisha Dennis says, "Oh, okay. I've never seen a spirit before or felt held down, but does it take a minute to talk? I be whispering and fighting back, laugh out loud. If it's okay, I get a reading about it one day.
Sure, you can book a reading anytime you want. As a matter of fact, all week long for the last 3 weeks I've been booked with readings like crazy, y'all.
Crazy.
Okay, so when you're ready to book one, you sure can. You can check out our website and you can book a reading. But let me just tell you this: you want to be careful because I did get a young lady out of Texas last week that was scratched on the back from some of these beings, these demons. Okay, so a lot of people are getting that energy where they're getting scratched and dealing with demons because they are spiritual. Okay,
Hmm.
what you want to say?
No, I was just laughing because Erica McFarland said, I seen a baby bobcat walking in my apartment one night twice, and twice since I've been in Texas. The other time, I seen one with a rabbit in his mouth. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah, bobcats are kind of dangerous. They're kind of
Bobcats are
wild.
fucking mean too. So
Right.
don't think you could go up to a one and pet them because they
They're kind of wild.
because they look like little cats, but you know they ain't because they tail is look like it's cut
It's
off.
a little bit shorter. Um, but
They real
you have
mean
to be
too.
careful because what I see with her is that they're coming for her.
Mm.
These spirits are coming for you. You need to get protection. I will tell you this. You need to get protection. These spirits are coming for you. Okay? What other questions we got over there? Michael Darius, what do you mean searching for something? What are you searching for? So you're flying back and forth, okay, on a plane from Phoenix to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Houston, and then back to Atlanta. So, Michael Darian Ford, what are you searching for? Only you know what you're searching for. Are you just flying so you could try to see some beings in the sky or some ships? What is it that you're searching for? Tell us what you're searching for. Or you want me to tap into, or do I need to get in your body? Because I can get in your body and look from your eyes. Yeah, I do that too, y'all. Okay?
Bantu Biking says, I believe it's my child's father. I believe the woman. Hold on, this damn. I believe the woman. Where is that? What's it? I believe it's my child's father. I believe the woman he is with has done work on him. And when I looked at his recent picture of him in his eyes, I saw nothing. I said to myself, he's gone. So she's talking about the headless man she saw.
Oh, you believe it's your child's father? Okay.
Uh,
Give us his first name. We'll tell you if he had work done to him or not.
Melissa Morel says a big bumblebee landed on my window stream yesterday afternoon and didn't leave until this morning. What does that mean, family? You know, it's crazy. We've been seeing big bumblebees every time we go on the back porch.
Talk to that bumblebee because bumblebees are another one you want to pay attention to in nature too. Um, I talk to
Bumblebees
them
are
all the
special.
time. They're very special and very spiritual. Okay. As a matter of fact, they have a very high significance in ancient times from back in Kemet. You would see them on the walls of the hieroglyphics, okay? But I'm going to tell you to go do your research on that. But on the walls of ancient Egypt, you would see the bees. And the bees are very significant and a very significant part of nature and also spiritual. Communicate with them. I'll tell you all what, and this is real. This is real, real, real. When I bump into these big giant bees like that, a lot of times people run from them. They avoid me. And they avoid me because I'll tell them to go over there. I talk to them. So again, it's about communication with these different species in nature. I talk to them. Get away from me. Don't come over here and stick me. And they'll avoid me. Everybody else is running and they don't come near me. Yeah.
I don't know. I always know if they're gonna try to. I always know that they're not gonna sting me, and then I know if I feel threatened by them, I'll slap them, and if they keep coming back, then I might have to
How
stop.
you slap the player? How you get somebody slap you like that?
Hey,
Your
that-
big ass
anybody,
hand slapping
hey,
the
anybody could slap me, but they gotta take what come with that.
Well, the bee ain't slapping you. The bee's not slapping
Hey,
you.
but they getting too close.
Do
they know
you
they
realize
sting.
too that bee? You look like a giant, and you smacking the bee
Yeah,
with your
if-
big
you
hands.
know how many times I got stung in the eye when I was a little kid? I'm not letting no
Why?
bee or
You didn't
wasp-
hear what I just said. You must learn how to communicate with the other species in nature.
But yeah, I
You are
know.
part
I
of
already,
nature.
I told you. I
So
know
when
if
you
it's gonna
begin
sting
to
me or
talk,
not.
okay, let me give you an
Because if
example.
I don't pick up it's gonna sting me, I won't even bother it.
No, you have to talk to them. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah, I tell them if you
they can
sting me, I'm
hear.
gonna fuck you up.
They can hear. They can hear. These bees can hear. Talk to them. Understand what I'm saying? They can hear. I talk to little gnats. These things I'm crazy, right?
I don't think you crazy.
I talk to
I
little
don't
gnats.
think I don't think you crazy because you talk to gnats. We got a lot of questions on there. You want to read them?
I'm looking.
I done read all of that. I'm right.
Okay. I believe my child's father. Okay, we got
read
that.
I
A
read
big
that.
bubble. Okay, I always feel like people are jealous of me, and I don't know why. I'm very kind, down to earth person, or negative. People see in my light. Andrea, you got hateful people out here in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Um, Focus less on
On what
what
doing.
they're doing or how they feel. Let that be their problem. Let that be a them problem, okay? I don't give a goddamn if you jealous of me. I don't give a damn. That's your issue, not mine. Whatever reason you jealous for, that's your own goddamn issue. That means you need some help and you need some counseling or something. Because you ain't got no business of being jealous of me,
Yeah.
okay? So don't focus on people like that. People like that just,
And
have issues and need help.
I'll give you this. You could be the nicest person, the most kindest person, never have beef with nobody, but you're always going to, somebody's always going to just not like you for no reason. You know what I mean?
That's
I
right.
read a quote. It said, no matter how kind and nice you are, you're always going to be an asshole in somebody's story.
That's right. That's right. All right. So I've been working on my spiritual gifts. Is there anything I can do to continue on my spiritual path? I am no longer scared and want to see more and feel more. Miss Erica, you have a very powerful gift. Are you sure you haven't dealt with spiritual work before? Are you sure you don't do some type of candle work or something like that? Because I keep seeing candle work with you. I keep seeing that you've been dibbling and dabbling with candles. You know how to do some things, okay? And I see that you on the fence of really doing, I'm going to say, more righteous with your works, okay? Because you got a little fire in you, Miss Erica. I see that. You got a little fire in you, okay? But I like to tell people, keep a very, very close relationship with your ancestors.
Yeah.
And when you keep a very close relationship with your ancestors, okay, Erica, you can ask them to reveal to you certain things that you need to do.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
a fact.
they will come and they will show you. They will guide you, whether it's in a dream, whether it's in real time. Okay? Your ancestors is going to guide you and guide your path. Okay? And when it comes to doing more rituals or doing more things like that, they will do that too. If you want to see clearer, you ask your ancestors to give you the gift to see clearer. Okay?
Angela Payne says, I enjoyed your bumblebee stories, Nikki. The one that came to sting you in your stomach
Sure
and
did.
healed you was amazing.
Sure did. And that was an actual. That wasn't a bumblebee. That was a What do you call it? The other
Was
one.
was.
It was a wasp. It was a wasp. Yeah. For those who are curious about it, real quick, the story goes: I was getting in my car one day, and the wasp was around me. So I'm just going like, shoot, shoot, get away, right? So I get in the car. I had the window cracked, and this wasp was determined to sting me in my stomach because it came through my car window. It came straight down, stung me and stuff. I had a lump this big. I wasn't allergic to it, but I didn't finish the rest of the story. I know that it was sent from my elders in Africa. I'm just going to give you that much. And I had to be stung. As crazy it may sound to you all, I had to be stung. There was a reason for that, okay? All right. You are all correct because lately I have been seeing many unique shapes in the sky, especially midday and at night. See, chosen one? Yep. Nisha Danny says bees are a sign of protection, right? That's one of the signs of bees.
Yeah, one of the signs.
One of the signs of
It
bees.
depends on what you're looking for because they can mean many things. If you're looking for a job, sometimes you see bees that's confirmation that you'll be getting a job and that you'll become. Or if you're working for yourself, sometimes that could be, and you're wondering is your business gonna pick up. Sometimes that could mean that you're about to get busy. It just depends on what your spirit and your soul is seeking at that moment in time.
Exactly. All right. Talib says, oh, excuse me, y'all. Talib says, my cat is one of my cat's spiritual guides. Most of the time, I noticed that they use black cats. They will send black cats as your ancestors come through them or your spiritual guide. Okay. Most of the time, black cats are spiritual guides. Okay.
You know, it's funny because it seemed like our black cat, he's spiritual, but it seemed like he got knocked off his path a little bit because of the little cat downstairs. Because remember we would close the door and then he'd be in the kitchen. We come in here and close the door and then we turn around, we look and his ass is coming out the restroom. We're like, how the hell did he get in there?
He knows how to what do you call it?
Teleport.
Teleport.
And I swear I made sure that when I shut the door,
The
that
cat
his
knows
ass
how to
didn't
teleport.
come in. I mean, come behind me, and his ass would just appear in the room.
He need to teleport his ass up here because I miss him. I didn't see him all day. All right, so is
That
it
what
tell
is.
the bumblebee to go to the woods? I tell the see Sheila. Okay, is it true that the bumblebee know you scared? They will say, yeah. That's why I said don't run. Just get your butt. I tell them that get over here, go over there. Don't come near me. You understand? And the bee will go off. It'll go off. Y'all think it's a joke. That's why I said when you're connected with nature, you can do stuff like that. Okay.
Greetings, Candy Rain.
All right. Now, let me see. Can you see? I'm so tired. It might be because of my kids, but I have no energy. Tafani Camilo, um, you need some vitamins. You need some vitamins, Tafani. And your kids, it could be part of for your kids too. But your mind is racing 100 miles a minute. You gotta kind of relax your mind a little bit, okay, Tafani? Relax your mind.
Miss Erica says, "Thank you, Nikki, so much for answering my question." Erica McFarland says, "How can I remember my dreams, Nikki?"
Put a glass of water by your bed. Put a full glass of water by your bed before you go to sleep, and drink a glass of water before you go to sleep. Everybody should drink a glass of water before you go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Even and let me tell you this: when you take the water, pray over it. You can pray over that water, okay, Erica? Pray over it. Help me to remember my dreams. Whatever you want the water to do. Remember, the water responds. Water responds. Remember, I told you the spirit of the water. Y'all got to know this. When I get in that shower, greeting spirit of the water. If I don't greet the spirit of the water gets hotter. If I don't say I love you when I get up, the spirit of the water will drip drops to sound exactly like it's saying I love you. This is real. I keep telling you, it's very, very important to be interconnected with the very thing that you're part of. Your body is made up of the same thing as the earth. The earth is 75% water, so are you. Okay? So we're saying that water. Okay?
Okay. Bantu Viking says, Miss Nikki, his name is Richard. That's the one you said about her baby daddy.
Richard.
Did he
Did
get
somebody
work done
put
on
Rich
him?
one? Richard, did somebody do it? Richard one. You're right. Somebody did work on Richard. And it looks like the woman that did work on Richard is a light skinned woman. It looks like she got sandy brown hair, maybe about up to her shoulders. Okay, she deals with some type of hoodoo. Okay, so you were right. Somebody did work on Richard. What's so funny?
Chief Shago says, "What's wrong with my sister cat? He pees on the floor a lot. Is he sick or something?" Nah, that's just things the male cats do. They call it spraying. They marking their territory. They piss
Is it a
all over the
boy?
house.
Is it a girl
Yeah,
or a
it's a
boy?
boy. He piss all over. They call it spraying. He pee all over the house.
Okay, he pees on the floor. He is sick or something. You know, cats can have bladder
They can
infections
be
too.
sick too,
They
but
can be sick too. So he could have a bladder infection. What?
I don't. That's why I don't like male cats because they piss all over the house. That shit drive me crazy.
My male cat don't piss over the house.
Yeah, not yet. Anyway.
Yours did.
Yeah, he did. He was an outside cat.
All right
But
then.
I threw his ass out the house and she cussed me out and made me bring him back in the house.
Yeah, 'cause it was raining. It was
I don't give a
storming.
damn. He was his own. He was
I
his
don't care.
own
You
cat
don't throw
after
the
that.
cat. No, you don't throw the cat out the goddamn.
I was
door.
mad. I was like, I
Don't
don't
do
even
that.
want no damn cat no more. Get this motherfucker. I got to. And then this cat, he would if I didn't do what he wanted, he would come stand right at me and go meow meow, and I look at him and he'll pee on the floor and then he'll take off running. He'll do it on purpose.
He used to do that on him 'cause he used to hit him.
I didn't hit him.
You did hit him.
No, I didn't.
You did spank him. You spanked
Only
him on
time,
his butt.
only time I ever hit the cat, and I ain't slapped the shit out of him, so she's gonna make out. I ain't
No,
beat
I
the
didn't say
cat.
he hit him like
But-
that, but you hit him on his
But
butt.
what he would do is he would scratch the shit out of me. I'd be sleeping. He would jump on my legs and scratch me, and I'd be like stop, and he'll wake me up, and I'm like stop, and then he'll bite me. He was badass fucking cat.
Thank you, Erica McFarland, for the $10 donation. It just popped up on the Cash App. Thank you. You have to fix the mail so they don't spray. Exactly, Ira Day. Thank you. Michael
Yeah.
Darius says water bending. Water bending. Oh, so you think that you could bend water, Michael? Okay, I gotta see that.
Can you bend fire and smoke?
Right.
Can you make the fire rise? Can you make the wind blow?
You got to do all of that. You got to make the wind blow.
I seen her make the sun jump. She was like, "Watch me make the sun jump."
And the fire bend and the water move. Okay, you got to be able to do all of that. All right, I was told someone is sending black magic my way. Do you see anything, Nikki? Talib, let me say something, my brother. Let me get one thing clear.
Black magic.
We will not allow them to ever call it black magic no more. Because they always say everything that's black is bad. They can kiss my natural black ass, okay? Because everything black is not bad. So we have decided that we will not allow the word black magic to be used in any type of ritual, spiritual, indigenous work, hoodoo, voodoo, whatever y'all want to call it. We will not allow them to use the word black magic, okay? That's a European terminology and a Western terminology that is not allowed to be used because everything black is bad and that's bullshit. Because everything black I know is good, including me. Okay? But anyway, y'all, now, with saying that, Talib, I do not see that anyone sending any disagreeable energy to you or negative energy to you or doing disagreeable rituals or disagreeable voodoo or hoodoo. I see a lot of the energies coming from natural hate. We don't even know that thoughts alone could
Yep.
be rituals within itself.
Somebody talking shit about you too.
Right. And if a person has a powerful inyama or powerful power of intention, they can do a ritual as well. A lot of times people, I don't lift a hand to do rituals for my people. And I do a lot.
Sheila Coleman says, "What's the Cash App name?" The Cash App name it's actually down in the description below, but it's I'll put it in the chat too.
It's Nikki, NICKY, LOVE 48.
Okay.
So it's NI, and it's a Nancy I, of course. Nikki Love 48. Okay? All right. Now, Talib, some people have a very, very strong power of intention. And like I told you all, sometimes I don't even all I do is put the intention out there, and this takes years and years and years and years of practicing and also training to be able to just do a ritual without even lifting a finger. And if you don't believe me, he'll tell you. He'll be like, "Oh, that already happened? No, I didn't have to do that because I already sent out or I have certain African gods that I sent out to do the work too." Okay? I don't have to do it because my gods do it. I'll just give them an offer and they'll do the work for me. Okay? What happened?
People knows. Nah, so I little brother did Umar Johnson spend most of the donation money for the school? Is he acting very desperate lately?
Um, that's something I would like to read because if he's acting desperate, lady, I'm feeling like he's being threatened. Okay?
Uh,
So it's very possible that he might be being threatened. Now, I don't necessarily know if he spent all the money on the school, and that's the subject I can see, but I'm not going to touch.
Yeah, because a lot of times we really don't like touching
Right.
on
I
stuff like
don't
that
want to
because
get caught up in all
it's
of that.
like mudslinging. It's like getting
Right.
caught up in stuff. And you know, people can always say, "Oh, well, this I didn't do this," or he could say, "I did do it." Like it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
But
You
see, my
gotta,
problem now, this is it, brother thinker. I don't want people to say, well, Nikki loves seeing it,
yeah.
and she spiritually said, you spent the money. I don't want Nikki loves naming shit.
Hmm.
I don't want none of my naming nothing.
And that's the thing too. Like even with couples, a lot of times we'll read couples and we'll see some shit that that significant other is doing, and you pay for a reading. You paid us to tell you the truth, and when you tell you the truth, you go and say, "Oh, Nikki and brother Dinkra seen this and they seen that, and now their spouse is calling us and putting us in the middle of shit." You can believe it or not believe it. At the end of the day, if you stay with them, that's on you. And if you think they're doing it, then yeah, and you looking for a reason to leave, don't use us as the scapegoat. Just leave. Uh,
Okay.
thank y'all. Thank you, Evan, Elena,
What new videos look fake? What are you
and
talking about, already?
and Talib. So thank you so much for the donations. Got
Thank both. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for the donations.
appreciate it.
Do you see? Okay, they look like they added his face on the video. Oh, really? Alright, send me inbox. Let me see.
See whose face.
I don't know. I think she's talking about him. Hey, Buffy Michelle. Do you see me moving away from this one ship soon? We've been out here a long time. It's time to get off now.
What time is it?
It's almost
Oh
1
God
o'clock.
damn! I ain't know we've
Hold
been
on.
on it. We've been on here an
Do
hour
you
and 30 minutes.
see me moving away from the one ship soon? Majestic Ra, it's you. You the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Majestic Ra, you're the problem.
I think I told him that when we was doing readings one time that it was him. But I could be wrong. I
But
thought-
Majestic Ra, I see that you're gonna move away from it, but I see that you're gonna go back to it. Like maybe you all just need some space away from each other. Maybe some time, maybe about a month or so, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks. But I see that you're gonna get space and y'all gonna come back together. Okay, that's what I see. All right, y'all. She got all her money on the Cash App, I believe.
No, she said she get all like we can get money through
We have a
YouTube
website.
through YouTube or a website if y'all just want to donate, or y'all can we prefer the Cash App because a lot of times what happens with YouTube is they take 33% of our money. So if y'all if y'all want to donate, if y'all don't
YouTube
want,
and
if y'all,
PayPal.
yeah,
PayPal
y'all
takes
could,
money,
we
too.
take it, have y'all give it to us. It doesn't really matter. So we'll take whatever donation y'all give us. We'll take it. So thank you.
You drink both waters?
Yeah, you told me. I always get two when we start. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't get me a water?
You said
Y'all see
I
how he
brought you
do
something
me?
in there. You said bring your water over there. I always ask you, but you know what? I did not ask you this time. I am so sorry, baby. You want a water?
I ain't gonna answer that question.
You want some?
I don't know why I'm throwing ice, right? Y'all just don't understand. Y'all think he's so sweet and so nice. He eats up everything from me. He don't put the toilet seat down. He ain't offer me no water.
Basically, all she trying to say is I'm selfish.
He's selfish. Nikki, I asked the question up top. And Mickey, let me see. Let me go back. Let me get your question before we
It's
get
tough.
off of here. Hold on. Cosmos Lenny is watching. Welcome, Cosmos Lenny. Okay, let me see. Lenny, I'm sorry. Okay. Nikki, I didn't catch in from the start, so let me ask. You're saying there's a war being fought now. Where exactly is happening here amongst us in the spiritual realm? There's a war that's happening below us and above us. There's a war that's happening under the sea with the beings under the sea, and there's a war that's happening with the beings in the cosmos. We're in between both wars, okay? You are being told to stay in the house, okay? So you do not hear the sounds of this war.
Um, Crystal Green says, "Is there any disagreeable work done against my sister Nikki?"
What's your sister's first name?
Nikki.
Okay, her name is Nikki. Is there any spirit disagreeable work being against Nikki? Is any work being done against Nikki? Spirit is showing me no. Spirit just showed me a big no, but there's a lot of hating on your sister Nikki. Okay? There's a lot of hating. There's a lot of mouth running about her. Okay? And it's sort of like I see somebody that's not doing physical spiritual work, but just like I wish this was happened to her. I wish that would happen to her. I wish that's what I see. Like they're wishing bad things on your sister. That's what I see. Emiki, did I answer your question? So, no. There is a war that's going on. Now, there is also a spiritual war. Yes, there is. Go ahead.
Chief Shango made a good point. He said, "Y'all don't put the toilet seat up."
Chief Shango, I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to kick your ass. At the end of the day, I don't have to put the toilet seat up. Because at the end of the day, look at how it goes. Men only lift up the toilet one time, and that's to pee. But when you have to do number 2, do you lift up the toilet? No. All right. So a woman needs the toilet down to do both. Go number 1 and number 2. Okay? So you need it up one time, which is to go number 1. Do not play Chief Shango. Do not play. Understand this clearly. Put the goddamn toilet seat down. Because every time I go in the bathroom, I got to put the goddamn toilet seat down.
I'm gonna keep it a bug. You know what it is? This is what she does.
Put it.
This is what she does, right?
Don't lie.
The other night, she said that, and I said, "You know what? That's kind of fucked up. That is kind of being selfish, right?" So I said, I made an effort. I was like, let me make sure that I put the toilet seat down. So I put the toilet seat down. I kept putting it down, right? And then I went in there like 3 or 4 times. She was asleep for a while. So the last time I didn't put it down, she went in there and said, "You never put the goddamn toilet seat down." And I was like, I said, "I've been putting it down all night." But as soon as I don't do it, that's when she says that, man. And she was right, so I couldn't say that. And she didn't believe me. She didn't believe me because she was asleep.
Don't let me start videotaping it. I will videotape this and put it on the tribal WUNAM. Do not play. Because every time I go to the bathroom, I got to put it down. And then not to mention, don't let him be half sleeping. Need I say more? Don't let him be half sleeping. Okay? Because, I keep a bottle of bleach by the side of the toilet, right?
Hey, knock it off.
What, you just
Knock
caught
it
on?
off.
You just caught
Knock
on?
that off.
Okay.
She says, "Is there any disagreeable work against
Okay,
me?"
who?
Oh, she said against me, Sister Nikki. Oh, I thought she said against my
Christy,
sister. She meant herself, not hers. What's your real name, Crystal Green? What's your first name? Is it really Crystal?
Christy Green.
She said not her. She said me. I said I thought she.
Okay, well then
said
it's
my
her.
sister.
Then it's her that they're talking about. I don't see any physical. I don't see nobody doing rituals on you. It's people that are hating on you, and it's there's one girl, a woman that don't like you, and she just wished bad stuff happened to you. She's kind of chubby. Okay, she wears a weave in her hair, wavy kind of weave in her hair. She likes to wear wavy weaves, and she's a little bit on the chubby side. I see her talking and wishing bad stuff on you, but I don't see them doing work on you. Okay.
You always gonna have haters.
Now, Emiki, I just wanted to know the main points based on the topic. Based on the topic, what was the topic again? What did I say? The return of the ancient one.
Yeah.
Well, Emiki, somebody sent something in my inbox.
Oh, she said that's her real name. Okay, well she read you then.
All right. So, let me just say this to you. Somebody sent an inbox saying that there was a war between the Draconians and the Anunnaki.
Mm-hmm.
Now, They break today all day. I've been getting inboxes about what's going on in the cosmos and the war, but we said this last month, and I've been telling y'all this for years. We talked about this. I told you all this down here that's going on with the coronavirus, everything that's keeping you focused, real focused, okay, is to keep you here so you don't know what's going on up there and in the sea. But they're giving you little messages here and there. Now, Trump released some information about he's going to allow people to go to the moon and start mining and go to Mars and start mining. What does that tell you? That tells me that Trump actually created his space task force. That tells me that they're doing some work up in space right now against each other fighting. That tells me in the sea because he took all the boats off the sea, okay? All the boats and everything's off the sea. That tells me they're doing some fighting there too. Y'all got to start tapping in. Everybody got a natural intuition, okay? But y'all got to dig a little bit deeper to see what I see. And what I see is that what's going on is to keep you away from what's really going on up there and down there. They got to keep you focused. And then Emiki, the other point is they put out a warning today, a red warning in Georgia. Georgia usually doesn't have forest fires. California does. So what Spirit showed me, Emiki, is that right now, because there are a lot of sightings in Georgia, that we need to be mindful and careful that whatever fighting they got going on while we're in the house at a 9 o'clock curfew in Georgia, we might see some firepower coming down here. Okay?
Django Grand says the reptilian aliens are walking on the streets.
Django, you are 150% right. And I just told you all, they're among us. Some of them know how to shapeshift into human beings. I can recognize certain ones because they got eyes like goddamn serpents, okay? So there's different beings. If you're spiritual, you can see that they're not human. They look human, but I can see through that. I can see that they're not human. Maybe that boy ain't human. That's why I kept the reptilian. Remember? What if you know what? He might be a goddamn reptilian thinking about it. Really?
He might be.
Wow. Okay. I don't know, fam. I just thought about something. One of my clients that I was doing some spiritual work, getting some demons out of. I'm thinking he was a goddamn reptilian being.
Can the rest of y'all hear us talking? I can hear us talking on here.
Yeah, who can't hear us talking?
Renee says my internet is very slow on Facebook, and even on YouTube, I can't even hear anything. I can't hear nothing. Well, you might have to go back and watch it.
Can you see who's talking shite about me?
Shit.
I know.
Shite.
I want to stay the F away from them. Talib. Let me see Talib.
Candy Rice.
Talib, yours is not that bad, but it's another brother. It's another brother that I see that's walking. I don't know if you know him, somebody at your job, somebody you work with, or somebody that you know. Kind of a little envious of you, Talib. A little envious of you. This brother looks like he's brown skin, like a lighter brown skin. Maybe about 5'11" to 6 feet. Okay, Talib, 5'11" to 6 feet. He just acting like a woman, running his mouth.
He'd be around.
Gossiping. He be around you. It could even be a family member. I don't know. You got a brother? You got a brother, Talib?
You got them snakes. They don't matter if they family or not.
Well, we know family could be the worst.
They be the worst.
Right. They could be the worst. All right. Talib, yeah, but it's something I wouldn't worry about. I mean, you are who you are, and it can't affect you like that, okay?
Damn, Candy Rain says today California Governor Newsom claimed Cali a nation state. Do you see them breaking away from Cali? I do a little bit. That's funny because Texas claims themselves as a nation state. So all these places like Texas, New York can do it too. Like all these like Texas, New York, Cali, they can do that if they really. I don't know if New York can do it because I don't know what's in the state constitution. But in the Texas state constitution, it has it in there that they could break away from the United States anytime they get ready. I don't know if it's in California's, but it's crazy because these are like New York, California, and Texas. Those are the ones with the biggest revenue bringers of the United States.
The biggest cities and places.
Yeah, because and it's crazy because California is above everybody. California makes way more money than any state in America. Then it's Texas, and then I think it's New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. These
Well, I actually
these
think New
state.
York is more than California.
That's what I said.
No, you said California. New York.
No, I
is the
said California first,
No,
Texas,
I
and
think
then
New
New
York
York.
is before California.
No, it's not.
New York is the melting hub for all.
It
of
may
the
be, but it
internet-
doesn't make more money than California. Cause I looked it
Okay.
up. I looked it up.
Oh, all right. You want to debate about it?
No,
we
I'm
can
not
go
going.
look
Y'all,
it up
y'all,
again.
y'all look it up, family, and tell
Somebody
us.
look it up. Who makes more money? Because only reason I'm saying is because New York is more of an international melting pot. You're talking about the stock market being in New York. You're talking about all type of nationalities coming to New York, whether it's Russian, Finland, wherever. And you're talking about the melting hub of finances and international people. So
But when
I'm not professing to be right, but I feel like it's New York.
it could be, but when I last looked it up, I looked it up by countries and nations, and then they had.
Well, we're
they
talking
had-
about New York and Texas and California.
I know. This is what I'm gonna tell you. They had
Okay.
this. They had nations, and then they had because they were showing the states that made more money than nations, and so California was number one because they made like 7 billion. No, I think it's 7 billion, and then Texas made like 5 point something, and New York made like 3 or 4 something billion or something like that. It's crazy.
Interesting. Django says California is run by insectoid aliens. Really?
I think he's not. I think that's like the second person who said that. Didn't Brother Neb say that too? Or what?
Insectoid
Or
aliens?
did he say reptilian? I don't know.
What
Nah.
do they look like? They look like insects? What do they look like? I want to know what they look like. I need to tap in. I need to tap in and see if I can see what insectoid. Because I mean, it would sound like they would look like insects, like flies, like big flies or something. You know what I mean? Okay, Michael Darius Ford said Texas is more than New York and it's more than California.
No, Texas ain't more than California. When I last looked, because they had the biggest.
Somebody look it up. Look it up real quick. Before we get off of here, we've been on here almost 2 hours, goddamn it. We've been doing a lot of shows over our little
Nah,
hour
because every
minutes.
time we get ready to get off, they start asking a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Y'all
keeping
think
us
y'all
out here.
slick because every time, oh man, it's about time to go, man. We get about 30 questions on Facebook
y'all
and YouTube.
y'all getting movie hour times from us, goddamn it. I know, goddamn it, for sure. Y'all getting some movie times from us because these are movie. Well, how long a damn movie last? An hour and something minutes?
Usually an hour and a half.
Blessings, Destiny. Someone told me I had work on me to wither away. Really? Destiny, you came right on time just before I'm about to cut this show off.
You know, people can do that, but
First of all, who would want to do work on you to make you wither away? To make you sick? It only has to be another goddamn jealous female. Y'all women stop this bullshit. Stop this bullshit being jealous and hateful. And just plain doing dumb shit for nothing. If a man don't want you, let him go. Let him go. Simple as that. Let him go. Keep it moving. He's not deserving of your love. Okay? Don't work on the other woman now. Only way I will see you doing something like this if this woman knew that you was married or something like that. Because I know some women that like to mess with married, and I tell them stop messing with married men. That's going to be, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems, okay? Because at the end of the day, some of these women know. Now, if a man lies, then you have no control of that. But you need to do your homework because men do lie, okay? We're saying that, whoever did, you'll find destiny. Are you withering away? Did it work? Okay?
you know,
It's just another hateful female. Go ahead.
I think that's why even if you're not spiritual, you should have some sort of protection because people just be doing crazy stuff for no reason. A lot of times, sometimes people do spiritual work on you just because you offended them, and sometimes you offended them. It's not even that big of a deal. It's like what they got into. You could just told them you didn't like something they did, and that's no reason to do spiritual work on somebody to kill them. And a lot of times people get just too carried away with this stuff. Just because they see they got a little power, they just want to do it. Sometimes people just want to see if they could block you from something spiritually because they just want to test your power and see if you know what I'm saying. A lot of times that's how people get hurt. Cause I seen I knew a man. His brother was doing a lot of spiritual work, just a lot of spiritual work, a lot of spiritual work. And one day he did something to somebody. As soon as he did the ritual, his brother ended up mute and hasn't been able to talk since. So they took the ability for him to speak and do his rituals on people. They took the spirit, just took it away from him. Now he could still do ritual work in his mind, but it still might not work because they took that from him. So you got to be careful of what you send to people because some people just got spirits that are automatically going to attack you. Just like
Right.
in Africa, they put spirits around the children that are spiritual, that if somebody tries to harm them or stop them from being on their path, that spirit may even kill them. So you got to be careful against people that you come against spiritually because you never know what's going to happen to you.
That's right. People got to be careful, very, very careful.
And then, people do spiritual work to cause a person to get in a wreck. And that person may have protection, much protection, it might not hit them, it hit their children. But then when they read it, they coming after you. And the spirit, you might not be protected because they have every right to send that energy back to you. So
That's
y'all got to
right.
be careful.
That's right. All right, family. I had surgery on my eyes to restore my sight. Now they look like reptile eyes. Now they used to scare me at first. Now I'm used to them. Really? That's crazy, Shawana. So are you saying your pupils actually look like reptile eyes? Is that what you're saying? All right, family. It's been fun. It's been nice, but we're about to skedaddle up off of here. It's time to go. We've been on here almost 2 hours. 2 hours. This is movie theater time. Um, do check out our website if you want a personal reading. I just seen it. California, Texas, New York. He was right, y'all. It was California. Okay, Texas is
I was
next.
talking about the highest GDP anyway. But
Right.
that's what I'm saying. They can actually break away from the United States because they'll be
Because they're
okay.
making money, right?
They're
But
making money. They'll be
Texas
okay.
is second. Texas is before New York. So you was wrong about that. So he's
Huh?
right. He was right about California,
No,
but
I said Texas was before New York. I said those three in order:
no,
California,
you said
Texas, and New York.
California, New York, and Texas.
No, I said Texas before New York.
You just want to debate with me.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
She think I'm always trying to
I'm
debate
gonna
with
give
her
him
if
that.
we don't
Look
if we
here.
don't agree.
I'm gonna give him that because every time we get in a debate, y'all.
I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter,
every time we get in
baby.
a debate, he always
Nah.
loses. So, wait,
I
y'all.
always,
wait,
she
wait, wait.
right. She right. I always don't tell
So
him.
he's happy.
Don't
He's
tell.
happy
Don't
to
tell
win
him
this
about
debate.
this.
So I'm gonna let him
We're
have.
gonna give him the surprise.
Oh no, but we gotta tell him what's coming on. Okay, so y'all, we got a surprise for y'all. When we get off of here, we're about to upload it. So y'all look out for it, okay? About to upload it. And by the way, YouTube, we got 48 people. We need 48 likes. We got 30 likes. 48 people watching, okay? 48 likes. Hit that like button.
Hit that
okay?
like button. Hit that
Hit
like
that
button.
like button. And stay tuned because we're putting up the Chevy Car Chronicles. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all a hint. Brother Adinkra got his ass whooped today in one single sport. But I'm going to let y'all see the show.
You shouldn't even give him that.
I
You
said
should-
one single sport. They don't know. Okay? So we're going to upload that. Give it about an hour. We're going to upload that. You all are going to check it out. All right? Family, thank you for tuning into the Spiritual Vault. Do pay attention, though. Do pay attention, though. Do know that there is a spiritual war going on as well as a cosmic war and a war going on in the sea with our cosmic families and our sea families too. Okay? So,
Subscribe and hit the like button. Subscribe and hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the notification
get the
bell.
music?
Hit all and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
let me get everything ready, y'all. So, we're saying that we might come on tomorrow earlier during the day.
It's on.
No, I'm turning it up because remember I turned it down.
Oh.
Okay, sir.
All right, my bad.
YouTube channel name is Nicky Love WUNAM, and that's spelled NICKY. Y'all stop spelling my name NIKKI. My name is spelled NICKY. LOVE. WUN as in Nancy AM. Nikki Love WUNAM. WUNAM is my spiritual name that was given to me by my gods in Africa, okay, called the WUNAM, okay? That's my spiritual birth name, WUNAM,
Whoa.
okay? Now, we are going to leave you all with another cosmic. Which one do I want to play? Hold on, y'all.
We should play the one that came on. Top one, no, whatever. That,
No.
either way, something's wrong with my Cash App. I'll keep trying.
Who said that?
You could go to the link down below and just donate it through PayPal if you want. Sheila called me. Thank everybody who's on the show. She finna play some of her music. What you got? What you got for the people?
Ask them what they want to hear. What y'all want to hear?
What song do y'all want to hear? What song of hers do y'all want to hear? Shay Ella, she says, thank you both. You're welcome. All right, magic spell. Okay. You can still donate. You don't have to have a PayPal to donate. You just gotta change it on the when you go on there. You could change it from PayPal to a credit card or to a whatever.
I got something for you.
Oh, really?
Gonna add a little sugar, gonna add a little cream. If you know what I mean, I'm gonna add a little spice and mix it just right. Ladies, listen to this ritual. This is what you do to your man if he's cheating. To burn your desire for any woman who first has.
Okay, send it to Facebook. You can pay us on Facebook.
Under my magic spell, I got you.
Thank you, Sheila. It's a great show tonight.
You're gonna sleep real good tonight as I work my magic to get you right. When you wake, you will only want me. I will be your only fantasy. I've got you under my magic spell. I got you under my magic spell. I got you under my magic spell. I got you under my magic spell. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Mecca, Aikua, Armenua, Ten, German, Neturu, and Sekuru.
You hear some Prince in my music? That's funny. Under my magic spell, I got you. Under my magic spell, I got you. Under my magic spell, I got you. Go to sleep at night again. It's gonna be alright. And I will not put up a fight. I got something for you. Rise. Y'all hear that? That's right.